Pat McGuinness, National Housing Party, United Kingdom. Reform UK will not be able to stop the refugee invasion which is destabilising our country. Now, Nigel Farage made a big speech before the Runcorn election and the local elections, and he deceived the population basically. A lot of people are being deceived that they're going to be the solution, and he said in his speech that he's going to stop the channel boats, the small boats coming across the channel. This is what he said, and he also said that they will continue to accept refugees through the proper channels. Now, last year there was about 120,000 claims, asylum claims in the UK, and only around 35,000 came in on small dinghies. So this problem is much bigger than the Dover crisis. Now, interestingly enough, he just like Suella Braverman and Rishi Sunak and Boris Johnson, he did not say he's going to punish these people for coming across the channel on dinghies, which he says is illegal, right? Just to clarify, National Housing Party campaign to leave the Refugee Convention, make it illegal. Anyone turns up on boats, they're going to be criminalised and punished. Farage is not saying that. Same as Suella Braverman with the Rwanda proposal. How can they say it's illegal and they're not going to punish them? So Farage is saying he's going to stop these boats coming across the channel, but continue to accept refugees through the proper channels. Before this Dover crisis happened, we were accepting around 25 to 30,000 refugees a year. We don't want that. I don't think anyone wants that, and I don't understand why people support reform, because this is their policy, okay? This is all facts, what I'm telling you. So he's saying he's going to stop the boats coming across the channel, but accept refugees through the proper channels. Let's just take one example, one nation for an example. One nation that can, the people from this nation, Iran, can easily claim asylum. There's just so many things they could say to get the permanent residency as a refugee in this country. They could say they're being persecuted for being a woman. They don't want to wear the hijab. They could say they're gay. They can say that they're against the regime and they're going to be executed or whatever. So if you're from Iran, you could get asylum just like that in this country. Now, most of the people coming across the channel on these small dinghies are Iraqis, Iranians, Syrians, Eritreans, and one or two other countries where you can easily claim asylum, and our country takes them through other channels as well. So what Nigel Farage is saying, he's happy to take Iranian refugees through the proper channels, yeah, but if they turn up on a small dinghy, he's not going to accept them as refugees. This is just a massive contradiction and farcical, to be honest. Because if he's saying that he's going to accept refugees from Iran through the proper channels because they're in fear for their lives, and he's going to give them a British passport and let them stay here, and they'll be on the housing list, NHS, everything else, what's he going to do with the Iranians who come across on the dinghies? He's not going to be able to send them back to Iran, is he? He's not going to do that. So it's just a farcical message they're pushing, and people are being fooled by it. So they don't want to solve this crisis. We can't solve this crisis if we continue to accept refugees, and Reform have repeatedly said they will continue to accept refugees because they're politically correct, they're part of the establishment, and they are never going to say we need to end giving passports to refugees. We've helped enough refugees, we don't need to help anymore. The size of our country to the rest of the world, I think we've done more than enough. And for Reform not being able to just say enough's enough, it's not good enough. So their government will fail to stop it because they won't talk about the elephant in the room, that we need to leave the UN 1951 Refugee Convention. So, you know, as I said before, 120,000 asylum applications last year. Only 35,000 odd came in through the dinghies. So Nigel Farage and Reform will be happy for the other 90,000 odd, just under 90,000 to have come into the country if they're genuine refugees. You know, we've got well over 1 million waiting for social housing, no school places, NHS is collapsing, we're trillions in debt. You know, where are these people going to go? Who's going to pay for them, Nigel? Can you please tell us? And why isn't one of these broadcasters asking him these tough questions? It's because most of the establishment news channels won't go near the refugee convention either. This is the problem, you see. GB News, Sky News, they're all establishment, and they will never speak out against refugee convention. So that's my information on Nigel's failed plan to deal with the refugee invasion, which is destabilising our nation. Thanks for watching.